Yes, good morning, Ladon. Good morning, Bahamas. And yes, persons are preparing for another weekend curfew. And this morning from this location, Prince Charles Drive and Fox Hill Road, already traffic is nice and healthy this morning. Significant traffic coming out of the eastern area. We're going to talk a little bit more about that in a few moments. But first off, we go to Corporal Patrick Kemp from the Royal Bahamas Police Force Traffic Division, giving us an initial look at overnight traffic.
Good morning, Mr. Allen. Good morning, Bahamas. Within the last 24 hours or so, we've had some 8 accidents. One of those were involved in injuries, and also, but I'll say 9 because one was involved in a hit and run that was discovered late yesterday evening. And I'm going to encourage the road users to continue using the road safe and plan your route. Also, you made a good point when you said that the traffic has already built up for this morning. This is going to run straight into this evening. Person is trying to get at home to be at home on time for the curfew. I'm going to ask person to be vigilant, pay attention, drive with due care and attention, and have respect for other road users on the streets. We have a number of accidents that are occurring on the streets that are unnecessary. Just to give you a case in point, and there was a hit and run that I investigated yesterday, where one of the drivers failed to remain on the scene. I'm going to encourage the road users, do not engage these persons who decide that they want to leave the scene. In fact, get whatever information that you could get to assist us in our investigation. I went above and beyond, like a lot of our officers do, in this investigation, and I was able to catch up with that driver and the vehicle and dealt with them accordingly. Persons, please, if you get in an accident, remain on the scene. It's the right thing to do. It's the responsible thing to do. And we still have a number of persons still driving using their cell phones, and a number of other infractions that are taking place with these little small children that are in the front seat. That's a no-no. It's still an offense, and you still can be put before the court for these major offenses.
Obviously, Officer Camp, as we said earlier, of course, we're getting ready for a weekend curfew. You mentioned some tips for motorists. We want to remind them as well to utilize those signals and those braking distances that do prevent many accidents as well.
Yeah, a lot of persons are still crisscrossing one another, and they're still not using that which is at their disposal. Don't take for granted the use of your signals. All right, they pay very vital importance to persons who are in the front of you, head on, or in the back of you when you're using the streets. Use those signals. It's very important. It gives persons an indication of what your decision is, what the next decision that you're about to make. Again, I'll encourage persons to please pay attention on the street. There's no need to rush. There is nothing that important that constitutes you breaking the law and potentially causing yourself to get injured or bringing injuries to other persons.
Well, of course, as Officer Camp said, don't rush unless you're doing the Don't Rush Challenge. That's another story altogether. Now, of course, that's been your complete look at your Friday traffic from the intersection of Prince Charles Drive and Fox Hill Road. For the morning edition, Lloyd Allen, ZNS Network News.